via telephone this morning to discuss this very topical issue. I'll quickly hand down the studio lines for you to call to be part of the conversation. The numbers are 09073530044 or 09087668888. You can send your voice note or message to the WhatsApp portal number on 090970544 and 50. The conversation would be, or it's been streamed at the moment on Facebook and YouTube, so you best want to join the conversation across these platforms as well. Leave a comment, and I'll be more than glad, really, to acknowledge your thought. As a matter of fact, I think there's a lot that I need to, unlearn as far as this issue is concerned. So the topic of discussion on the General Open Banter today bothers on the trend of pregnant women wearing safety pins to protect themselves and their unborn babies. Yes, wearing safety pins to protect pregnant women and unborn babies in Nigeria. To the elders, the elderly family members that we have, all right? This is a point where you need to help me, honestly. The men and the women, help me get sense, or help us get sense, because there are so many people, I believe, that would like to, really like get clear sense of what this is all about. So the notion of using safety pins during pregnancy is somewhat rooted in cultural beliefs, particularly in Nigeria. Now, many pregnant women, they wear safety pins on their garment, thinking that it could protect them, or maybe protect them, not really could protect, but it would protect them and your unborn child from evil spirits or demons. Now, this practice is often passed down through generations, with grandmothers, mothers, and even mothers-in-law serving as primary sources of information. Okay, now let's take a look at this issue from, different perspectives. The reason, or reasons as it were, behind, the use of safety pin during pregnancy. Now, I really do not have the exact, statistics or data, to prove a point now, but it appears that a number of women actually believe very strongly that wearing safety pins during the pregnancy period would actually ward off demons. Some also believe that it will safeguard their child's well-being. And others, they feel, oh, it's just a tradition, so they just have to do it. Some don't really understand what it is all about, but because they see a number of women do it, so they want to do it as well. Well, you now want to look at the demographics and the safety pin use. Will it be intelligent to say that is a typical or very common trend with traditional worshippers? Do we also have Christian, women or even Muslim women wear safety pins during pregnancy? Is it a belief system that they've also accepted, or is just traditional worshippers, that do these things? So, it appears that traditional worshippers are more likely to use the safety pins due to the deep-rooted cultural beliefs attached to the use of safety pins during pregnancy. And also, maybe, just maybe, women who don't really have some level of, education, or not too exposed to, proper education, are the ones that are more likely to use safety pin or pins, while those who actually got exposed, maybe they've actually traveled, they've visited so many places, they've been able to explore different traditional and cultural beliefs, they might not really want to, adopt this trend of wearing safety pin or pins during pregnancy. Is there any correlation with, safety pin use when it comes to age and occupation? I don't know. You might just want to tell me, all right? But are there potential risks and concerns with you using safety pin. So if you're a woman who's probably pregnant at this point in time, right, and you're currently using the safety pin, are you aware of the potential risks and concerns that would come with the use of that safety pin now that you're pregnant? Anyways, you probably are doing this because of the cultural beliefs that you probably were born into or exposed to, and you are so convinced that you doing that would actually ward off demons and evil spirits, from your unborn child and yourself, who is the mother. But I think it's important for you to also understand the potential risks and concerns. It may actually lead to infections, bleeding, or scarring. Just imagine in the process, because some women actually would need to understand that they just wear the safety pin on their gowns or garment, right? Some actually would want to do it the other way around, all right? But mostly, they just pin it on their gown or garment or whatever it is they are wearing, just around the navel area. That's where they actually put the safety pin. What if in the process you just pierce yourself, right, with a pin? It's going to be a problem, I'm sure. Okay? Now, the cultural practices, some traditions will be made to understand, are harmful. Some traditional practices are harmful. And on the other hand, not harmful, but it could have unintended consequences. Are you aware of these things? Have you been able to weigh, this issue from both sides to see that, as much as I believe in this cultural belief that wearing a safety pin while I'm pregnant would actually ward off demons, what are also the consequences that could come with, you doing that? Not really intended, but it could just happen. And when it happens, how are you going to react to it? Okay? That's another perspective too. So at this point in time, to the mothers and maybe fathers, to the men, boys, girls, women, you may have heard something, a thing or two about this trend of women using safety pins during pregnancy. Whatever it is you've heard, whatever it is you're exposed to, whether or not you're practicing this, let me know, right? Call in and tell me, not just me now, tell us, because there's a listener on the other side of the radio as well who's curious to know what your thoughts are as far as this, subject matter is concerned. Once again, the numbers to call are 09087668888 or 09073530044. Send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number on 0909 705 44 and 50. Yes, wearing safety pins to protect pregnant women and unborn babies in Nigeria. Is it a welcome development? Is it something that you think should be abolished? We should do away with it. And if you are someone that is so heavy on traditional, beliefs, cultural beliefs, or what have you, you might want to maybe share your 2 cents as to why it is important for our women, all right? For our women to really wear safety pins, have, a number of kids. Tell us, help us get sense, help us know if you wore safety pins while you were pregnant. And if you did, how was the journey? How was the process? Would you say it indeed scared evil spirits and demons off your baby or babies, as it were? Let's have a very candid conversation on this. All right, you might want to stay anonymous. It's fine. And if you'd like to disclose your name, 3530044 or 09087668888 are the numbers to call to be part of the general open banter this morning. All right, let's see if we can take this one. Okay, that's a miss. You might want to call back. All right, or better still, send a message to the WhatsApp portal number, and that will be 090970544 and 50. Wearing safety pins to protect pregnant women and unborn babies, is this something that you would like to throw your weight behind, or you think is just to show how delusional some people can be? All right? No pun intended, by the way. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning. Just your voice is really funny. And please do it to call back, all right? Do it to call back. If you are just joining us, this is the General Open Banter live on Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja. Yes, and what we're discussing today, it actually bothers on the use of safety pin or pins for by pregnant women during pregnancy to protect the unborn babies. Why is it a trend in Nigeria or this part of the world? Would it be intelligent to say that we're just too, how will I put it now? We're just too spiritual as a people. Is that really the case now, or people should just do what works for them? Hello, good morning to you.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Solomon.
Yeah, my name is Stephanie.
Your name is?
Stephanie.
Stephanie, from where? I really don't understand what's going on. I thought for a moment that was Solomon because he has a way of, twisting his voice. But whatever it is, I'm sure you'd like to call back and maybe go to a place where the network reception is very okay, right? We just take this quick break now to go pay some bills. We'll be back in a short bit to continue the conversation. Do well to join us again.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Abuja, you're in luck. It's the upgrade promo from my Abuja Home Limited. For their Broadwater estate and plots in Gwagwalada, get 250 square meter for just 700k when you make an outright payment. That's a whopping 81% discount or go premium with 500 square meters for only 1 million naira. That's 80% of the original price of 5 million naira. With our authentic FCT land document, you have no issues at all. We have a flexible payment plan for up to 12 months for your convenience. Get your land in Broadwater Estate, Paiko, Gwagwalada now with green environment, accessible roads, power supply, guaranteed security, and lots more. Call or WhatsApp my Abuja home on 0808 883 7426 0808 883 7426 or 0808 272 3824 0808 272 3824. Hurry now. Promo ends soon. These opportunities also open to military personnel. My Abuja Home Limited. Affordable. Live the life.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Please listen to this announcement. Farex Borehole. We are competent. We are committed. We simplify borehole for your borehole survey for your 5170 0803 596 5170. You can visit at Goshen Plaza, opposite Jabi Model Park, Abuja.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Has anyone told you you can talk about your business on radio for just
20,000 naira?
Get a chance. Call 090-9984-4433. 090-99.
We're back. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is the General Open Banter live on Eagles FM 1 on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, now X, right, at Eagles FM Abuja. Do well to follow us across the platforms and join the conversation. It is being streamed on YouTube and Facebook at the moment. All right, leave a comment, and like I'd always say, I would be more than glad to acknowledge your thoughts. So what we're looking at on the General Open Banter today is the idea of a number of women in this demons or to scare evil spirits, from attacking their unborn children. But if risks for them, all right, you might be a traditionalist, you're probably not a Christian or a Muslim, so you think that as a traditionalist, this has been working for you. So it's been working for people in your family, and for that reason, it's okay, or you think, oh no, I don't believe in this. These are my reasons, and what have you. So let's get a conversation on 09073530044 or 09087668888. These are the numbers to call. You can send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp auto number, and that would be on 0909705444 and 50. We have a message right here. This is from Sanusi. Sanusi from Suleja says, good morning, Hajia Adeze. Thank you. Says, well, what you don't know and don't believe in cannot harm you or have any effect on you. But if you believe, it can go a long way and impact you positively or otherwise. It is a thing of the mind or a thing of mind conditioning. That's what Sanusi is saying all the way from Suleja. Sanusi, thank you so much. And I'm really glad to hear this from a man, all right? But the women out there, this should actually concern you the most because we are the ones that actually get pregnant. So, how has it been for you? Maybe you're currently pregnant. How's the journey been? Do you have to do too much just to fortify yourself spiritually because you're pregnant and because there are evil forces or evil spirits roaming? So you have to do certain things just to protect yourself and your unborn child? Would you resort to just praying to God, maybe fasting once in a while, not really like the regular 6 to 6 fasting, but as much as your strength can actually carry you? Is that what you would rather do as opposed to just wear safety pins or safety pin on your gown or your dress with the belief that, oh, this is going to protect your baby? And what of demons and evil spirits? Like they say, it's different stroke, for different folks. All right. And this is not to water down the importance of, the use of safety, usually for those who actually believe so much in it. All right. That's why we're actually throwing the conversation open to each and every one out there so you can share your thought, because it's okay for us to respect people's opinions. After all, we all are subjected to our opinions, right? So what works for me might not really work for you. So once again, the numbers to call are 09073530044 or 09087668888. Send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number on 090970544 and 50. For those watching us on Facebook at the moment, do well to leave a comment as well. Tell us what you think or what you make of this topic of discussion this morning. Yes, as a man who is really religious, and I want to believe you're also God-fearing, if you run into your wife wearing safety pin, like she's pregnant, quite all right, and she's wearing safety pin, are you going to rebuke her? It actually words of demons. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. My name is
The network reception is poor. I can barely hear you. Can you hear me still?
Yes, I hear you.
All right. So what's your name again and the location you're calling from? Please, can you just hang up and call back? All right. Just hang up and call back. I think that'll be better. Or because I really cannot hear what you're saying, and it's important for those out there to also get sense of the point you're trying to make. So I'd like to encourage you to call back. All right, maybe the network reception is poor from your end, but if there are mango trees or cashew trees around you, you can as well climb any of them. I hear the network reception up there is superb. I'm just joking, by the way. Don't climb up there, fall down and break your legs. Keep trying. I'm sure you get across soon enough. All right. 09073530044 or 09087668888. A voice note or a message can be sent to the WhatsApp portal number on 090970544 and 50. We know, of course, that African mothers, they have a way of passing, whatever it is that may have worked for them. They have a way of passing it on to, the next generation, and they expect you to continue in that trend. So as a woman, as a mother, let me put it that way, you probably did this when you were pregnant. Is it possible that your mother was the one who told you about this trend of using safety pins to protect your unborn child? Or you just grew up to hear about it and you think or you're convinced that yes, it works? And if at all you tried it, did it really work for you? How would you even know that as a pregnant woman, there could be demons or evil spirits watching your unborn child or even wanting to hurt or harm your unborn child? Is there anything like that? Is it possible? Tell us, share your experience with us as a mother or as one who is currently pregnant. All right? And once again, you can choose to be anonymous. You can decide to stay anonymous. You wouldn't want to disclose your name. But if you feel it's okay, please go ahead, tell us your name and your location, and we'll be very glad, to get this conversation or have this conversation with you. Don't forget, it's not just me you're having this conversation with. There are a number of people out there as well who are probably curious and they really want to know what this is all about. All right, so call in. Do not hoard whatever information that you think you have as far as this topic of discussion is concerned. Share. It's very important so that when you find yourself in public where people are having conversations around using safety pins to protect yourself and your unborn child, you will not, make contributions amiss. You will not talk as an informed person. But if this has actually worked for you, help us get sense of why it should be adopted and why it should be a norm for every pregnant woman, or maybe something that mothers should actually take cognizance of and pass it on to their daughters. All right? I'm just thinking out loud at this point in time. We missed some calls already. You might as well, call back, all right, to share your thoughts on this topic of discussion this morning. This is the General Open Banter live on Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja. Do you think, as Africans, as Nigerians in particular, do you think we are losing sight of cultural beliefs, maybe because of civilization or social media? So some people may have, or some tools may have, been able to help us lose sight of our traditions, our norms, our cultural beliefs. Do you think that is the case? And I started off by saying that the family members, the ones that are elderly, you might want to just share with us from your wealth of experience, right? From your wealth of experience, why this is important. Help us get sense of the significance of using safety pins as a pregnant woman to protect yourself and your unborn child. Is there really any significance that can be attached to this or attributed to this? If there are, or if there is any, please let us know. Help us get sense. That's why we're having this conversation, as a matter of fact. All right? But I've seen women really growing up, they wear safety pin or pins on the gown they are wearing, the maternity gown or whatever dress it is they are wearing. And at some point in time, I had to engage my mom in a conversation that, Mom, why do pregnant women wear safety pin or pins, as it were? And then she said something just like what Sanusi said, that is what they actually believe in, and it's working for them. Because I recover, and I can still, reflect on the period where, my mom was actually pregnant with my younger siblings. I never saw her wear safety pin all through the process. I never saw her wear that. So I'm just wondering, could it be she's not really abreast with, cultural beliefs or traditions and norms? But we're still humans after all, right? And we're still living. So is it really something that we should take seriously, or we should just deal with it just the way it is? Don't take it to heart. If it works for you, fine, do it. If it doesn't work for you, skip it. Now, is this one amongst the many cultural beliefs, gradually going into extinction? Because in all sincerity, can you really hit your chest and say that, let's say in our society today, in our present day Nigeria, is it really easy to come across or to see a pregnant woman with safety pin on her gown or garment? Is it possible? Well, what does that tell you? Maybe in rural areas, that is still very common, right? But I don't know. It's just kind of complicated if you ask me. Now, okay, Sanusi is trying to bring in another perspective, from the holy books. Now he is saying that as a Muslim and a Malam. Oh, you're a Malam. All right, thank you, Malam Sanusi. I think that's what I'll be calling you henceforth. Malam Sanusi says Quranic verses to pray in water and be drinking is very sufficient and effective. And he says Surah 2 Kaf verses 37 has done wonders to many pregnant women for decades. All right, so for you, religiously, you have to pray, in a cup of water, right? Or in a cup of water and drink it. That it's very sufficient and effective during the pregnancy period. Okay. Now, I also know of pregnant women who are Christians, and they will tell you that every morning when they wake up, they'll rather just anoint, their belly bump or the baby bump. They anoint it with, anointing oil and pray over their unborn child. And according to them, it works wonders for them. Now, for those who don't believe in all of these, they think that just wearing a safety pin will do the magic. But is it really possible to hurt something that is still inside of you? I mean, the child is not out yet. If you're a traditionalist, please be bold enough to help us get sense of certain things that we're probably not aware of as far as this conversation is concerned, please. Because we are here to learn and to unlearn, and if possible, relearn, all right, certain things that we probably grew up with. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Ibrahim Mustafa.
All right.
I'm calling Wada FCT.
Okay. Are you also a Malam, Ibrahim?
I'm a Muslim.
All right. So please go ahead.
A man who is learned and vast
Interesting.
in jurisprudence.
All right.
I'm just a Muslim.
Okay. So talk to us.
The issue use of safety pins to protect pregnancy against demons and evil eyes and co. And African tradition. That's what we're talking about. So we're trying to look at different perspectives to it.
Right.
By sheer tradition, the African man believes in so many superstitions. They have mythologies to support these superstitions. That is, there are stories to back up these traditions. But when you look at it scientifically, there's no way man will not fall sick.
Right.
There's no way out of 10 or 15 or 20 pregnancies, one will not have one or two problems naturally. By sheer feeding, by sheer lifestyle and the life. And all these things are likened or attributed to demons and things like that.
Okay.
Of course, demons are in existence. But the thing is, naturally, man must foresee. You realize today, if you foresee, a person will tell you if somebody that is doing that to you, you have to come for prayer. Instead of telling you to go to the hospital, tell you to come for prayer.
Okay.
Meaning, if somebody that is doing that to you, these are the needs that are woven behind these African traditional beliefs that there are demons, and demons want to hurt babies in the stomach because babies are vulnerable and things like that. It's scientifically, when you look at it, the thing that protects the baby, the fortunes, this lifestyle, medication, constant checkups, remediation of problems and the likes. So the thing might work for some people due to their belief and then coincidences. But actually, it's not true. The thing cannot protect anybody. It has no protective value for anything, baby in the stomach or for anybody. What gives protection is this medication I'm talking about and lifestyle.
Right.
of the presence of evil forces around you. The only thing it costs for you as a Muslim is to live the word of God in Islamic faith. Create no way that will make penetration of evil forces aura. Once you wake up in the morning, you pray, you say your daily 5 prayers, and you are close to God, you obey the words of God, you are protected. You are protected. The demon will not come close to you. The demon comes close to those who walk their path.
Okay.
See, this issue of scientific consistency. The human consistency is different from the demon consistency. It's different from the agent's consistency. This consistency don't interact except there is a kind of extraneous force to cause their interaction.
All right.
More like we in Islam believe. God says He has created man and jinn, not but to worship Him. That is in existence. There are physical men that you can see, and there are jinns that you can see. It is these jinns that people call different names. Because of them, demon, they call this, they call that. Because Satan, they call this. They have these things that in existence. They walk their path, you walk their path. You can't see them, they see them, they cannot harm you. Unless you cause extraneous force to cause conversion with them, then you can get the harm from them.
Okay.
In Islam.
All right.
So,
Ibrahim, your contributions have been really insightful, I must confess. And at this point in time, I would like to encourage you to take it upon yourself. Come on here. Let's give you maybe 30 minutes airtime, to enlighten people more. All right. It won't cost you much, by the way.
I know that.
Every Friday will be perfect if you ask me.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. All right.
Time to come. Thank you.
All right. Okay. 09087668888 or 09073530044 still the numbers to call. Well, time is not our friend. I fear if we can actually squeeze in an extra call, but let's see if we can. You can also send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number, and that will be 0909-705-4450. Good morning to you. Hello. Hello, are you there? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Anyone there? Okay, please wait to call back. I would want to keep you on the line when I can't even hear a thing from you. All right. So you might just want to try again. I think we can actually spare a minute or two. So let's see who the last lucky caller would be. Once again, what are your thoughts on the use of safety pins by pregnant women to protect themselves and their unborn, babies? Good morning to you. Hello, good morning. Hi, good morning to you. Okay. I got that. Thank you so much. All right. Someone is calling us on the WhatsApp portal number. I don't know if we can accommodate that call, but let's see. Maybe this is the only option you have, though. So let's see. Hello.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from? Your name is?
I'm calling you from Valencia.
Okay, please go ahead. Let's hear you. Oh, okay. I got that.
That's my name.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. You see, the issue of safety work, I didn't get the point right.
Safety
But
pin. Safety
are you
pin.
talking about the
Safety pin. Women who wear safety pins to protect their unborn, babies during pregnancy. What do you make of that?
not to be safe for me? For me, personally, I don't like that, and I'll never allow my wife to do that. I feel it's harmful to put the baby and the mother too. That's where I see it. So I don't buy the idea.
Okay, but we hear that it can actually ward off demons and scare away evil spirits. So don't you think it's something you should let your wife do?
that is just African belief. There's nothing like that. There's
Okay.
absolutely nothing like that.
Okay.
For me, like, that's not me. Most of our ancient belief, oh, that they say that if a child, if someone crosses you, that it become a dwarf. These are just also those person's beliefs. Not true. Forget about them. All right.
All right.
No, man.
Yes,
No, man.
please.
Can I talk about some of this the man that came and called people's names in the thing of the
No, no,
I
no,
just
no,
say,
please. No, please. We've gone past that hour. Thank you so much. All right. You can just revert to the Facebook and YouTube channels, right? Leave a comment there. We'll acknowledge your thoughts there. Thank you so much.
can I bring him back to us? Can bring him back?
Okay, subsequently we will.
That's simple.
Yes, we will bring him on
Thank you,
board
ma'am.
subsequently. Thank you so much. Thank you. Agbalusia Ngene. Well, I think we just have to leave the conversation here now. All right. And whatever it is, best believe this show, for those who actually missed, the very beginning of the conversation, you can hurry to our YouTube and Facebook, channels. See for yourself, have a playback on this show and previous shows, right? The shows are probably your favorite. And watch, leave a comment, and also share the videos, right? Because it takes a lot really to create these contents just for your viewing and listening pleasure. Thank you all so much for those who called in, those who missed their calls, those who actually sat back to listen. Thank you so much for keeping us company on the show, right? On the General Open Banter, the conversation has been on the use of safety pins to protect pregnant women and unborn babies in Nigeria. If you believe so much in this and you think or you're convinced that it works, help us get sense of the reasons why you think that this should be a trend, or why or how it's actually worked for you. Leave a comment across the YouTube and Facebook channels, right? And we'll be very glad, more than glad, as a matter of fact, to acknowledge your thoughts. I am Omo, if a piece of Semere. Coming up next will be Abuja Now.